Oh no!
No!
Ring! I want that title on my goddamn shoulder.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another Schmoedown reaction right here on Dedicated to Art. As usual, your host, Case Kalinowski, joined by the usual panel of Chris and Nico for, what is one of the most difficult matches to call in the entire tournament so far. Mike Kalinowski versus John Rocha, because, these two have a little bit of a history in teams, and Mike won both. However, Mike has said time and time again he's not the best singles player. That's probably his weakest division, and he thinks he has the hardest time with actually getting to a belt. But then you have Rocha, who, he was a two-time champion once. That is in the past. He is not up to that level, I feel, right now, especially with the level that some of the singles competitors are at. So I don't know what to say about this one. Chris, do you know anything to say about this one?
Why you gotta throw this one to me? Because this, look, here's the thing: the Rocha fanboy in me always has to throw, support to the Outlaw. But even I, as much as it kills me to say this, I can't deny that Kalinowski is good. I can't deny that he's got skill. So I honestly, I don't have, I can't call it. I know who I put on my bracket, but I regret it already.
Same. I know who I put it on my bracket, but I'm not at all confident with that pick. We'll just see. Nico, what are your thoughts on the match?
I thought this was going to be Janine versus Rachel Silvestrini. I was unfortunately proven wrong in that regard, and now here we are. We're getting a preview of Orlando, because these two are going to face off for the team's titles in Orlando. And the reason why I went with Rachel over Rocha was because I just felt like it's time for new blood, and the new blood is making a claim for fame this season. Mike is newer-ish compared to Rocha by like a season or two. And keep in mind
one season.
Okay, one season.
Technically 3/4 of a season.
That's the thing. They actually both of them made their debut in 2016.
So they've been around the block for a very long time in this game, and it just so happens that Rocha, up until that Silvestrini performance, it looked like he was on his way out the door. Kalinowski, he keeps digging his feet farther and farther through the door, hence why he has two belts, because he's just basically dedicated his entire existence to this game. Like, he has the most supportive girlfriend in the world who's just helping him train night and day. And when you're that dedicated, I kind of have to... That wasn't a pun. That wasn't an intentional pun.
You said it twice now.
But basically, I feel like Mike is not just on a hot streak based on luck, but also because he puts in the work. Rocha, I just feel like his mind is divided between too many things.
That might very well be true, and we've seen time and time again, Rocha can get it inside his own head. However, very recently, we have also seen Mike fuck up big time with this flash. Look, Mike doesn't know every question. He has been studying, but still, you can study all you want, but in the entire galaxy of all movies, you can't know everything. And that's where I do think Rocha has shown to be very strong sometimes. I simply think that because of age, I mean, how old is Rocha? Simply because of age, he has seen more movies and knows more about movies than Mike. And Mike has been studying, but studying will only get you that far. That's why, I honestly don't know. There are arguments against and for both competitors. You know what we should do? We should just play this thing, which we will do in 3, 2, 1, play.
Chinka Janish, man.
Hey.
We're here. The boat is in the building. Hashtag best of all time.
Rundown
Hashtag
boys.
We are here. We're here. I'm the host of the Schmoedown Rundown. So if you need anything, my brother, you just tell me. You come to me. Okay. I'm the boat. The people know I'm in with Harloff. You know, Booker T 5 times. They all know who I am. You know what I mean? So if you need anything, like here, Rachel. Rachel. What's going on, girl? Hey.
Sister.
Hey, Rachel. What's going on? It's the boat. It's the boat. It's the boat.
Nice suit.
Hey, thank you. Hey,
Yeah, I'll talk to you later.
See, she already knew. She saw the suit.
yeah,
The
right.
suit was the
Obviously.
game. You know, they know. So that's what I'm saying. If you need help with anything, and Draco, what's going on, man? What's going on, man? Hey,
I said no Splenda in my coffee.
Splendid. Hey, man, I'm the boat, though. I'm the
I'll be
boat.
over here.
The boat.
Just give me a boat, all right?
Okay. It's all right. You know what I mean?
Frank, my man.
Yeah.
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you. What's up, man?
You're that
The
boat salesman. The boat salesman.
The boats, man. I am the boat. I am.
Frank.
Oh, man, good
How
seeing
you
you.
doing, buddy? Handshake.
He's going to be on our show this week.
Yes, he is.
I don't know you.
Hey, what's up, man?
Brendan,
So
dude.
good to see you, dude.
Served.
No, man, I love
Hey,
good to see you,
hey,
man.
fine, young, tenderoni. What's going on, man? How are you, my brother? What's going on, man? It's good to see you, man. Oh my
What?
God,
That's
so
right, man.
good to see you.
What?
That's cool. That was a
man.
lot. That was a lot, man. No, it's
Yeah.
cool. No,
Thanks,
hey, man.
man.
No, of course, I love Fine Young Tenderoni. It's like,
Yeah, man.
I know.
I mean,
2013. I love that film. Yeah,
so
it's
good
great,
to see
man.
you, man. It's so great, man. I just love everything that you've been doing. I know that you love what I've been doing, man, because I'm the boat, and I know.
Hey, man, that is so cool. We should talk sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, you're cool. You're such a cool man.
Thanks,
I love
man.
the
I
suit. I love the
appreciate
suit. Who was that guy? Who was that?
Yeah, I was telling you about him. I don't know exactly.
What's Tenderoni?
Boat.
What is happening?
And I thought I tried too hard to fit in with the Schmoedown crew.
I mean, to be fair, Nico.
I mean, you do,
But no.
but that's
that
a different argument for another day.
Damn. That was cold. I love it.
Oh, hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the movie trivia Schmoedown. We are in the thick of the ultimate Schmoedown tournament, the singles edition.
No,
I am
best
Mark
one was
Caratellis,
this.
and
I
I'm
don't
thrilled to be
know
joined
you.
by a young man. You know his exploits inside of the Schmoedown, inside of the world of wrestling, and I'm proud to say Brad Gilmore is now a reporter for ESPN for the Houston Rockets. Brad Gilmore is joining me today.
Wow.
You
Oh,
might know
congratulations.
the name.
Good
You
for
might
him.
know me as the boat, Mark
Look
Ellis,
at
but I'm
this.
excited here. I mean, this is round 2 action, ultimate Schmoedown. It doesn't get much bigger than this in the match. This is the first time we've ever seen it.
In your world, this would be like watching James Harden go against Russell Westbrook, except they're teammates now. Not so is the case for John Rocha and Mike Kalinowski, two competitors with loads of talent. I mean, look, the Outlaw
Ellis, how
versus
is that
the
pronunciation?
Mike Killer. These are the two that we
Kalinowski?
thought we might see in a final situation. They meet in round number 2. But, Brad, tell me about the expectations.
It's like
that they've
wheat
changed
thins.
from an opening round match into now
like
they each have won. They've
Owski.
gotten that tasty victory in a playoff
Oh,
setting.
pressure's
Callan.
on now. I mean, pressure's on. Once you
Owski.
get through that first round, I mean, that's when all the jitters kind of go away, and now you can set in and see a clear path to victory. It becomes all that much more focused.
More like, ow, that hurts.
This man's been on the greatest run he's ever had. I mean, he's been on one of the greatest runs any player's ever had. And then you have a guy like John Rocha. This guy's a 2-time champion. He's familiar with these kind of matches. He's familiar
He
with the big
was
match
a
situations.
two-time
You talk
champion.
about the run that Kalinowski's been on, and we see the belts. We see everybody wanting Mikey
Hey,
3
whoa,
belts.
they're
and
not belts.
They're,
They're championships. A
They're-
belt holds up your pants. You know what I mean? These are
I-
championships.
they don't wear the
Come
belts
on.
around.
No,
their
he
waist?
wears it on his shoulder.
Thank
From
you,
Texas,
Brad.
I thought you liked
Thank
buckles
you.
that big.
He's speaking wrestling lingo.
That's what you guys did with your 10-gallon
Well, you know what they
hats.
say about big buckles?
Everyone calls them belts.
Mike
They are
Kalinowski
titles.
is a guy who
I want all the
everybody
belts.
is
I want
touting
all the
as.
records.
Look at everything he's done this year.
You can
Do think
wear 'em
people
as
are
belts.
shortchanging because
No one wears them as a belt. That also
he knows
bothers
his way
me.
around
But
horses
you
and spurs
can't.
and maybe
I'm not
getting
saying that
into
you
round number
should.
3.
Or
Well,
will.
absolutely. But, you know, he's
I mean,
had an
Nico,
interesting
do you
season.
wear
In
yours
teams,
as a
he's already
belt?
lost to Mike Kalinowski twice. You know,
You
in
can't
teams.
see it if I
And
were
he's got
doing
the
it.
match
Hence
coming
why I
up.
have to wear it
In
like
singles
this. But
year,
I
he's
would
2-1.
if I could
He
had a
beat
wider
Richard
camera
Silverstream,
angle.
Sounds like an Italian dish that I would order. And he also
yeah.
beat.
I find
the
that I know what to get
android,
you for
which we all have
Christmas.
to eventually beat someday because he'll overtake us all. So I'm thinking that he's having a pretty
So
good
now
run. I mean,
hashtag give
his
Nico a
loss
job.
was to
Hashtag
William
give
Bibiani,
Nico a
Ethan
belt.
Irwin. I mean, these are guys who are also
No,
Mike Kalinowski.
No,
He's
give
never
Nico
had
a
that
wider
being singles
camera.
champion.
Is where he
Big
was
John
going
would
with
have,
that.
actually a bit of an edge
No,
that
hashtag
you
give
might
me
not think he
money
would have.
so I can get you
Why,
both
the Rockets
cameras
and ESPN
and new
Ohio, you know
computers.
your stuff,
And my cell
very
phone,
They
too.
call me the boat. You know what I mean?
Great on the mic.
I'm saving for my own computer, thank
Some
you.
people don't.
Brad's opinions are true.
Yeah. Let's go to the.
If there was a drinking game for how many times Brad was calling himself the boat, we'd all be hammered right now.
John, the Outlaw.
By the way, the boat or the boar?
Mike the Killer Kalinowski. He faces John Rocha.
He's the boar.
It's you and me, Chico.
I mean, come on, Rocha. But if you're glad for punishment, my friend, let's go step up to the plate. It's been a long time coming here. Long time. We're going to have some fun with this match. We're going to have some fun.
Let's not say a word, just listen to their brilliance.
There is a possibility that either John Rocha or Mike Kalinowski will be playing twice that night in Orlando for the team titles.
It's happening. He did it. He took care of business like he predicted against Shani the Machine. And it's me and KO Kalinowski.
Old, tired Uncle Outlaw. Rambling away. I've said it before. You're like Tyson at the end of his career. You just kind of bobbing and weaving. They're trying to stay up.
Well, now it's you and me in the ring if you take care of business. Maybe you'll spin Bond again. You only live twice, but you've been living way too many times off that category, and I'm gonna shut it down once and for all.
We are just in round 1 of the Ultimate Schmoedown, and the matches have already been fired.
No, I want to say I would look forward to this, but I've already faced you twice on that table. I've seen you unravel.
Teams ain't singles. Ask Bibiani. Teams ain't singles. Ask Team Action. Now it's the real world, son. Me and you in that ring, and no one can save you, and no one can help you. And I'm gonna get you, boy.
This scene today reminds me of the great scene from Young Guns where the regulators were having a nice meal, their quest towards their goals were interrupted by an old dog, an old cowboy, Buckshot Roberts, who came down, and they had to respect him. They know what he has done in the past. They knew what he was capable of, but he ended up dying in an outhouse. We know what's going to happen today. You're going to be a faint memory, just like the titles in your past, because we are here. Truth and destiny. Corruption is about the now.
Get ready. The horsemen are coming for you.
We're gonna have fun with
Damn.
this warm-up for the live show. We'll have some applesauce for you off stage for when you lose.
You better damn well bring your A game. Rocha, just bring it.
You're gonna get more than you can handle. So you get him today, and you get us tomorrow.
All right, Kalinowski, you wanted me, you got me. Let's go. This time, Chico, I'm not saying the wrong name to give you a victory like Smith's. I'm not letting you get away with a perfect round again. I'm going to take care of
That's not
business
up to you.
and take you out. Because Mikey No Belts sounds so much better than me.
Nerd Chronic. Applause as always. I love the Western music. Feels like we're in for a gunslinging about to go down.
Damn right.
Yes.
All right, well, you see that. I mean, look, you talk about being the best of
Also,
all time.
this
These
video
two
is
guys
very
believe in their
long.
hearts that they are the best of all time, that they have.
That might just be because of trash talk alone.
But you're also looking at sort of a faction.
Or sudden death.
You have horsemen, you have corruption.
My red
what
mark
does it mean
still.
as a guy who comes from a wrestling background to see these two
But if there was
factions
ever a
working
match
on
to go to
You know,
sudden
really,
death,
this is kind of like a
This is
a
it.
faction war that I'd always
And
like to
also
see
the
as
one
a
on this
wrestling fan.
Friday. I
This is
just
the
saw it
NWO
again.
versus D-Generation. This is the Four Horsemen versus the NWO. This is something
that
you wanna see.
Bibiani and Irwin?
These are the two guys who are really. I mean, you have
Ooh, boy.
these are all big names, but John Rocha is really a foundational player in this game. That's why he is a founding father. So these are the two heads of their respective factions going at it one-on-one. Anything can happen. That's why I like to get. I want to see round 3. This is championship rounds.
I like the way you put this. It's the two fathers of the factions going at it. It's like the two fathers of Little League kids, and they're about to go at it in the bleachers, and we're about to get it on right now.
Randy Marsh versus other fat dad.
Mike Kalinowski is good.
No,
So
Randy
he's good at
Marsh
comic
versus
movies.
the bad
He's an
dad.
anthem champion. We know he's good at action films, and also he's good at this small franchise that you may have heard. It's called James Bond.
For that, either one has to come out to the
I'm starting to think that he might be doing an Ocean's
to
11
the
style thing, loading
theme.
the dice. I don't know
The
if
theme
Brad
Mark
put around
Riley
maybe
once
has
used
something
for the
around
Karate
No,
Kid.
trust me, that wheel cannot be
Who do you think has
manipulated in any way.
Yeah,
It's
who
just
do you
not-
think has
fans, we have
luckier
digital
wheel
wheel here
spinning?
today.
Kalinowski,
No, the-
Renee Villarreal,
the
or me?
digital wheel has been incarcerated
RJ.
overnight. John
Drew
Rocha,
McWeeny.
meanwhile, we know he's good at biopics.
Not
we know he's
anymore.
great at westerns, as he is the
I
outlaw.
can't say
And
that.
He's also very good at feigning
Used to, at
exhaustion
least.
Used
after
to.
each and
Oh,
every
easy.
question.
Feigning exhaustion after
Very
each and
good
every
at
question.
that. So we have the
Yeah.
table set here, Brad. I think I'm ready to go. How you feeling?
I think I'm ready.
Then it's time for the movie Trivia Schmoedown! Not only am I excited to have you on the desk calling
I mean,
action with me here today,
Rocha
but
might feign
you are one of the
exhaustion.
best in the
Ben
world at this.
feigns,
Maybe
I
the
don't
point of
know.
this,
He
introductions
also does something.
when your voice is
If he bumps his knee on something on his way to the desk, he's done for the rest of the match.
Also, this was the time that Chris's face halfway got completely white.
With 5 defeats and 4 knockouts. He
Son.
is the Inter-Geekdom champion of the world. He is also one half.
At least you have an excuse for wearing the sunglasses.
Mike, the Killer, Kalinowski.
This is the part where Chris would play his guitar.
And there's Grace. And there's
Look at that.
Seem to be. I mean,
No whiteboard, he's just eating food.
Yeah.
They're titles. Beautiful champion.
Is that Panera Bread mac and cheese? I don't know.
Agree that Ken is eating some sort of, is that a mac and cheese dish?
I don't know. He's got a lot of it in his beer. I know that.
Much better.
It's hard. It's hard.
It might
Yes.
be. Corruption does not look intimidated in the slightest by the prospect of facing John Rocha.
Oh, I mean, you've been on the run that Mike Kalinowski's been on. He's riding that championship.
You
level
mean
confidence
Rocha?
all
Yeah.
the way through this tournament.
That's right. I mean, these matches take an extra 5 minutes. So
No,
we
I
can
mean
get all the
KO
hardware
in
set
singles.
accordingly on the desk, and now that we have that,
You mean Rocha in singles? Yeah.
Representing the 5 Horsemen with a record of 13 wins. Defeats with 3 knockouts.
Bravo.
John, the Outlaw Rocha.
Okay, so we got Dagnino and Merle, and there's the, listen to this ovation for the return of the Outlaw.
What's that when you see?
Really are in his corner
You
here.
know, it's when you see one of the greatest to ever do it. When he comes out, he gets that action.
Yes.
Kalinowski's like, okay,
He has another opportunity.
I'll give
You
you
got
credit
me.
for that.
Did he poke the bear maybe a little too hard with his choice of the Flash Gordon intro music, a question that was famously missed by Mike Kalinowski?
Man, that's mental games. You think all is fair in love and war, and I don't really think that John Rocha loves Mike Kalinowski, but he's got a face that is, I mean, no offense, Mike, it's very punchable. You know what I mean?
They both love the game. And just look at this image up here. This looks like the end of Return of the Jedi. All of our favorite heroes in one spot. If we can get the managers to
One,
exit.
nothing like it. Two, nothing like it.
Showing off.
Thank
Showing
you.
off. He's looking thick.
But sure, Alice, you
You know,
can say what you want.
say what you want about Tom Dagnino. He always has an interesting nugget relevant to the game to say before the match. And now John Rocha and Mike Kalinowski have a nice handshake that reminds one of the Predator right
Just
before
let
they get
go.
into the helicopter. As we get into the rules of round number 1, this is the tournament format, the Ultimate Schmoedown playoff. The winner will advance to round 3. The loser will go home. It plays out like a normal round 3 matchup. However, in round number 1, the field of 2 competitors is going to hear 8 questions. These questions come from 8 different categories of movie trivia.
That's
Schmoedown.
me taking
Each question
cues.
worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in
Actually,
round
'cause
number
it's just
1.
small,
As
to-
soon as
to-
we
to
ask the
touch more.
question, please take about 15 seconds to write down your best attempt at an answer on the whiteboard in front of
you.
you. After that 15 seconds is up, and we address you by name. Show
Didn't
us
want the video.
your camera
Didn't want the video to
and
cover up your
verbalize
entire
answer
face.
Into the microphone. I will remind each
I didn't realize I was out of camera.
of the JTE rule throughout the duration of the match. If you're not sure you heard a question right, you want to repeat it, you just want to buy yourself another 15 seconds. Use the JTE rule. You also each have 1 challenge to be used at any point throughout the 3-round match. I was getting a lot of mean stares from both Kalinowski and Rocha up there, Brad. That was a tough rules to go
That's
through.
definitely tough. That's definitely tough. They're ready, man.
They are ready, and now I will need a verbal confirmation of that, like we're sitting in the exit row. John Rocha, how you feeling?
I'm ready.
Mike Kalinowski?
I have a little deja vu. I feel like I just went through this, so yeah, I'm ready again.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown!
He can cut the tension with a knife.
All right, gentlemen, leading off the questioning will be my compatriot to the right, Mr. Brad.
Okay, Case, can we beat Chris combined?
Animated movies. Who voices Boss Baby in the 2017 film The Boss Baby?
You know, it's so funny. We have all this hype, all this.
I actually kind of like this movie.
That's actually my.
I do
that's
not.
actually my cosplay for today.
I didn't see it because it
dressed as
just
the boss.
seemed like crap.
Yeah,
Emphasis on kinda.
4, 3, 2.
Alec Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin.
Correct.
Alec Baldwin.
Mike Kalinowski had it too. We're off and running. 1 point apiece as we move into our next category, and that would be directors.
Okay.
And your question is, Roland Emmerich directed this 2013 action film starring Channing Tatum and Jamie Foxx. So you are the Rockets now. 10 seconds. How do you think your team's chances?
They're going to win.
The whole thing. They're going to beat LeBron's Lakers, Kawhi's Clippers.
Fuck Roland Emmerich.
Old man LeBron, you know.
I really hope I'm remembering the right movie here.
Repeat the question.
Ben's down. Mike Kalinowski.
Is it White House Down?
Favorite movie over Olympus Has Fallen, White House Down.
It is. White House Down, John Rocha.
No, sir.
Woo!
No, sir.
White House Down, yeah.
John Rocha, your answer.
Chris, you were too late.
With Mike, White
I
House
said
Down
repeat the
is
question.
terrible compared to Olympus Has Fallen.
All right, well, at least.
Wow, I'm actually in the lead.
You answered the moment that they were already answered.
No, I was writing it down before
in the
before
category
any
of
answer was
dramas.
said.
Who played Gandhi?
I had
in the
White House
1982
when they said
historical drama,
Rocha.
Gandhi.
Oh wow. I do not know this one at all.
Don't give it to me, Case. It's fair.
Also Alec Baldwin. He's very versatile.
Yeah,
He's very versatile.
Well, there's a delay between you and me.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Ben Kingsley.
Sir Ben Kingsley.
Did not have it.
It is Ben Kingsley. And Mike?
Ben Kingsley.
Ben Kingsley.
Also would accepted Sir Ben Kingsley.
Also known as
he
Sir
is
Ben
respect.
Kingsley.
He is royalty. That is
put some
true.
respect on that name.
If England goes to war, he will be fighting on the front lines.
Will he though? With his age?
Action adventure. Your action adventure question: what action franchise features such characters as Jim Phelps, Owen Davian, and Ilsa Faust? Thank you. I was a little nervous.
I could tell you hesitated for that last one.
Well, no, that was Bill.
Where do I recognize that last name?
She's in 2 movies.
I don't have it.
Mission Impossible.
Pens down, Mike.
Oh, no wonder.
I asked that while you were talking there, Ellis.
Yeah, I think that he did.
What's that?
He asked for a repeat right at 1.
All right.
Yeah.
I was in the midst of conversation with a colleague.
Oh. Huh?
What action franchise?
Well, we jumped the gun. I didn't know it anyway.
Owen Davian and
Well, I'm not a big fan of when they ask for a repeat on the 1. Ask it on the 3 or 2, then you know that you're safe. But
Guy.
Have you seen the new move?
I've seen the new move.
The new move's phenomenal.
4. Is it 2.5 steps? 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Mike,
My
your
favorite
answer.
franchise of all time, Mission Impossible.
favorite?
All right,
Over
Mission
James
Impossible,
Bond?
John Rocha?
Nope, don't have it.
Did not have it, so Mike takes the
4-3.
lead by a point. He still has a perfect round halfway through round number 1.
I mean, and it's a round 2 match like this. It is going to be a game of inches. One question could make the entire difference.
And that bonus question is huge because that could give you a 2-point advantage.
Absolutely. All right, your next question, gentlemen, in the category of fantasy sci-fi. What 2007 fantasy adventure film stars Charlie Cox, Claire Danes, and Michelle Pfeiffer?
Fan of all 3 of them.
You and I both love this movie, Case.
Michelle Pfeiffer? Yeah.
Big
I don't love it. I like it.
All right, fine. I love it.
2007.
You know what?
It's kind of a spiritual sequel to one of your favorite movies of all time, Nico.
Pens down, John Rocha.
Stardust.
It is Stardust. John
Stardust.
and Mike both have Stardust.
Jin Erso.
5-4, Kalinowski remains perfect. Rocha nipping at his heels, trailing by just 1. Our next category, let's do it together, crowd.
And there's that delay. Holy crap, you are way ahead.
Or the viewer at home.
Yeah.
For 1 point, what 1980s crime comedy film stars Nicolas Cage and Holly Hunter? You keep up with this Succession show? Holly
No.
Hunter popped into that. She's really good. She's
Nick Cage guy. I'm waiting for that next national treasure.
I would love
I'll just take a guess and enjoy the embarrassment.
Delightful Coen Brothers film. Raising Arizona.
Correct for a point.
Oh,
John Rocha to
never mind.
He got it.
I'm not even going to show it.
6-5. This is the kind of round 2 gamesmanship we expected.
All right, gentlemen, your next category, horror thriller. What name is used to refer to the killer in 1995's Seven?
I'm sorry, 7?
Correct. 7. Now, they spelled the name of the movie S-E.
Damn.
Isn't it just his
like
name?
Boys with a Z.
I was off to a good start. Now I'm trailing.
Pens down.
John Doe.
John Rocha
Doe not
does
know
not have it. Mike Kalinowski?
John Doe.
It is John Doe.
Wow. Okay, that's huge.
It is John Doe.
Slipping.
So now it's a 2-point gash, but more importantly, Mike Kalinowski could be looking at a perfect game if he can get this last question in round number 1.
I'm keeping pace with Rocha.
The
There's something
field,
wrong
I
with that.
say movie release dates
Oof.
is the category and the query therein. What year saw the release of Dumb and Dumber?
Wow.
There's people
I was almost born in this year.
greatest comedies of all time, and then there's
Almost.
people
Oh.
wrong. Where do you decide?
And Nico was.
I'm more of a Christmas Vacation.
Thank you for the gigantic hint.
Dumb and Dumber, also the subtitle.
I'm not going to give it to you, but whatever. 1984.
1994.
1994.
I was born in '95.
Oh.
John Rocha.
Whoops.
96.
God.
96. Ah, he had 96.
He got you
Mask
old.
in '94 as well.
That year that we may never
Damn
see
it.
again. Jim Carrey, Ace
So,
Ventura, The Mask.
I
and
outperformed
all in
Rocha.
that year. And so now
doesn't
it is
happen.
8-5. Rocha trails Kalinowski by 3 for the moment, but he did
All
have
right.
a perfect round number 1, as we're used to seeing from Mike at this point. So, Mike,
You guys lied to me on that one.
I genuinely thought you were 94.
Whenever you're ready.
I said
Here's your
I
bonus
said I was
question.
almost born in this year.
Which MCU film has the line, "Doth mother know you wear"?
Avengers.
The Avengers.
Shakespeare Park.
It's Tony Stark talking to Thor.
That's correct.
9-5. And much like that classic Dolly Parton, Jane Fonda, Lily Tomlin film, we are working hard up here at the desk to keep up with all these correct answers. Flying Rocha, a 5-pointer. That's nothing to sneeze at in round number 1. But Mike Kalinowski, again, a perfect round. And now, Brad, we get into round 2. Could Kalinowski do it again and spin?
Oh, he'll
Jimmy
spin
Bond?
Bond.
Could he? Yes.
Just get
I mean,
this
he's been
fucking
going
over
on this. I think it's 3 matches.
That's why I'm
in
one
a
of the
row,
shades, guys,
believe, or
because I
something to
know,
that effect.
I
After
know this
them,
is gonna
we
happen
know
because it
Frankie
always
Stefford
happens with
knows,
Mike
like,
Kalinowski.
if he gets
Always
James Bond,
manages
I
to
actually
spin
might walk out
Bond.
of the studio.
Then I
Such a
am
one-trick
I
pony.
am
But how do we know
I would rather
Rocha
announce
won't
the rest
also
of the
spin
match with you
westerns?
by my side. As we get to round number 2, this is the wheel round.
Well,
Gentlemen,
everyone
the
else
Wheel of
wants
Fame
Rocha
tune,
out,
and
even
just
though
as
I
you'll note,
don't.
10 different categories of movie trivia Schmoedown know-how, as well as the competitors.
I mean, the
Silvestrini
obsessed are still like putting voodoo dolls of Rocha together. So
there is no penalty for missing a question.
feel free to
However,
tell me
Steve
I'm
is
wrong.
available
Comments.
in round number
Look,
2.
I don't want either of them out. I honestly can't believe that this is a quarterfinal match.
At that point, the value of the question goes down to 1. So, Mike Kalinowski, you're sitting in the
Rocha and
position,
Harloff
yet you
all
have
over
those
again.
2 belts as championships, and you have a 4-point lead.
But in this
So it's up
case,
to you. Would you like
Kalinowski
to
is
spin
Rocha.
first or defer to your beheaded
Yeah.
opponent.
I don't want to break tradition, so I'm going to spin first.
He's going to spin first,
I,
and we know what he's looking for,
And I
Brad.
didn't know this. I didn't know we couldn't take spinners and opponents off the wheel. I wanted to take it off there. I wanted to be fair, but we're not allowed to.
Well, only
in
on
the
championship matches.
Only in championship
I didn't
matches.
think you'd know that. All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Ooh.
Said from a guy who's worn some belts in his time.
Championships. All right, here we go.
No, you already said you're going to spin it, so you can't take it back now.
Just whoever spins, please do it from the wheel. Not the next thing. There it is. There it is.
I think the theme that you might want to sing is.
Your delay isn't that noticeable.
Again? How is that possible?
We could be looking at, and you know what? If he gets
Oh, Christ, no.
Quote.
Okay.
Wow. Movie quotes. This is a tough one. This is
Now,
a tough decision here.
I will say all 4 movie quote questions are from the world of James Bond. I hope that's okay. You want to spin, or do you want to?
Probably spin again.
He's going to go again. All right. Now,
Where will it
last time we saw
land?
Mike Kalinowski competing against Janine the Machine.
See?
Or if it's comic movies, Rocha's also just screwed.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely
Yeah.
the world of Jimmy
Inner
Bond.
Geekdom champion.
All
Very
right,
giving
so
tree for Mr. Mike Kalinowski.
to get James Bond and to force Brad Gilmore to exit the studio.
Uh-oh.
It's-
Oh,
it's
man.
Brad,
No.
Are
Brad,
you
don't
kidding?
leave me. Don't
No.
leave me.
Okay.
No.
No.
Oh, my
Good
God.
God.
Classic.
Oh!
Okay.
the streak is
Justice
broken
is served.
That's right.
Streak
Mike
is
Kalinowski.
broken.
See what happens.
This is going to be a rough one.
All right.
What's
Mike, I'll
this?
be
What's
asking
round
you
2
your
directed by M. Night
questions.
Shyamalan?
Brad's going to be asking your questions.
I haven't spun yet.
So, Mike,
What a twist.
of classics. Your first question for 2 points. In the film Goldfinger. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
That is a classic. That is a classic.
You know, it's funny
It
for
would,
you
it
out
would,
there.
it would be old enough. It's old enough.
It
to
is a
call.
classic film. It'd be fair to
Yes.
have it.
Next time you have sex, I'm sitting at the end of the
Mike,
bed.
for 2 points. In the world of classics, the first question of 4. Who directed 1964's
Stanley Kubrick.
Strangelove?
Yes.
Would actually be a good title for James Bond.
Say the full title, question writer.
Are you kidding me?
Edwards, B. Franklin J. Schaffner, C. Stanley Kubrick, or D. Otto Preminger?
Dude.
This entire round is going to be him showing off his facial profile.
D?
That is incorrect. John, I'm going to give you your options again.
Stanley
is it
Kubrick.
A. Blake Edwards?
Like,
Yeah, he is.
Like,
That is
Kubrick
correct.
for a point.
Are you?
And
Big steal, big steal.
that's the other thing, Brad, is that not only is classics maybe not Kalinowski's strong
Oh
suit,
my
it is
God,
the
I
strength
can't.
of Rocha,
No.
so we'll see how the
No.
rest of this goes.
None of this.
Your next question, Mike.
Weren't you rooting for
Who
Rocha?
plays squadron leader and prison escape organizer Roger Big X Bartlett in the 1963 film The Great Escape?
Hold on a second.
Steve McQueen?
That is
No.
incorrect for a 2-point
No.
steal, John Rocha.
Can you read the choices? Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Can you read the question again? Sorry. Oh, no. I already heard it.
The question was asked already.
What?
Sorry,
Question was
sorry,
asked.
sorry.
We cannot give you multiple choice.
I'm so used to going to multiple choice.
You don't know these, buddy. You don't know these rules.
I don't know. I'm sorry. Can I ask for a repeat?
You can use a
Oh, no. Am I allowed to use it or no?
You are.
JT?
A little
Yeah.
bit of part-timer setting in for John
All right,
Rocha
sorry
right
about
now.
that. Or should I just answer? Is that better if I just answer? Go for it.
Yes.
Fine. James Garner.
Yeah.
Mercifully, we're done with this question. Richard Attenborough.
Yeah.
Ah!
Nope. Sir
John
Richard
Hammond.
Attenborough is the answer.
Rocha, what the hell, man?
I mean, that could have been a big steal.
I don't know what that slip-up
We
was.
have 2 questions left for Mike.
This is the
And
guy
this
who's
penalty
had more
question
than
or
20
pass.
singles
Who
matches.
directed The Cary Grant classic, His Girl Friday.
Multiple choice?
Kalinowski is
Multiple choice? Is
really
it A,
wishing he
Billy
had
Wilder,
studied on
B,
classics.
Howard Hawks, C. Robert Mulligan, or D.
Howard
David
Hawks.
Lean?
I got to go with my gut and say A.
That is incorrect for a 1-point steal, John Rocha. Is it A. Billy Wilder, B. Howard Hawks, C. Robert Mulligan, or D. David Lean?
Howard Hawks?
Can you read the choices again?
Is it A. Billy Wilder, B. Howard Hawks, C. Robert Mulligan, D. David Lean?
Oh, Jesus.
And we go to 5, 4, 3, 2.
B?
You said B?
B.
Howard Hawks is correct.
That's correct. Wow.
Huh.
I mean, now look at that.
Nice.
7
That's-
to 9.
Yeah. A lot of
He's an
I
outlaw.
did not spin this
He
category.
is an outlaw. He's stealing like Russell Westbrook. Your last question, Mike. This is for you.
Yes.
For 2 points. Name the year that the film Cool Hand Luke was released.
1958?
7.
I'll go with 58.
I'll go with 59, just to be different.
Multiple choice on it. I think I know it.
All right. Is it A, 1967?
Okay,
B,
never mind.
1966, C, 1961, or D, 1969?
Giggity.
69.
That is incorrect. John Rocha.
Can I hear the choices again?
Your choices are for a 1-point steal. Is it A, 1967, B, 1966, C, 1961, or D, 1969?
If he gets this, it's 8 to 9, and Kalinowski didn't get a single point.
Go to 5,
Just be Dom Rizzi versus Brian Michaels 2 all over again.
2.
67.
1
Yes!
point for John Rocha.
Wow.
And,
Nice.
I mean,
Damn.
a bludgeoning, but not in the way you'd expect. Mike Kalinowski going up to that wheel with all the confidence in the world. He spins classic, and John Rocha, like a thief in the night, multiple times, just he gets all these points, and now all of a sudden he's only trailing Mike Kalinowski by 1.
Okay, if Kalinowski gets through, Bibbs and Irwin now know what to saddle him with.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Rushing home, we'll see if Rocha can spin Bond movies.
Why did he put it on Spinner Stories?
If he spins something he doesn't like.
By the way,
and
wouldn't
then
it
he
be
wants to
irony if he
respin,
put it on
all of a
Spinner's
sudden
choice
when
and
it's
it
on
lands
Bond,
on
we're in the same
opponent's
situation
choice?
because Mike knows a lot. He can get a lot
That'd be
of steals.
hilarious.
This match is by no means over.
Absolutely not. Mike Kalinowski still at 1 point lead. I mean, he can do the exact same
80s
thing
Billy
that John
Crystal,
Rocha
where are you?
And round it goes.
Oh, wow.
It looks like we are careening towards a spinner's choice if it can make
80s.
to the 80s.
Mm.
All right, so now he's going to talk to.
Not your strongest
Oracle
decade, Rocha.
Finstock.
Get out of there.
All right, 1980s. You got
If it was
Fletch,
70s, I'd
Clue,
he'd
Back to the Future.
wanna
You
stick
can only
with
have one
that,
for the
but
rest of your life.
Back to the Future.
Yeah, the older the movie, the better Rocha is with it.
You gave me Clue too. Are you spinning Clues really good, but not Back to the Future? Oh, they're staying with the 1980s, Brad.
Okay.
They're
That's
staying
a-
with the 1980s.
That's a ballsy move, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, John Rocha.
Fucking Richard Attenborough. Damn it.
Are you ready?
I had heard British.
Swear jar.
All right, yep.
All right, your category is
Emma's hand just
1980s.
pops out of the
Your
screen.
first question, in Ghostbusters 2, who is the subject of the evil painting?
Yikes.
The Mona Lisa?
No, but can I get multiple choice?
Yes, you can. Is it A, Gozer the Destructor, B, Vigo the Carpathian,
Oh.
C, Mago the Corithian, or D, Uswick the Undying?
I should make you repeat those, but
Please don't.
B.
That is correct.
There we
Well
go.
done. Nice.
1 point.
He's maneuvering through this very well.
Rocha has
That's
tied
what
the
he should
game.
do.
And I will remind
Just
everybody
not get
watching, if you're
Kalinowski
watching
get
from home, you
any
can,
steals
shout
up
the answer
there.
at your TV. Your
Are these
phone,
ca-
fine.
are
If you're
these
in the audience, do not even
Skaliski
think the correct
or
answer. Do not
Jeremy
even
Adams
breathe. If you do not
questions?
agree with anything, please
The previous
keep
one
it
seems
saying.
a little bit
All
like
right.
Jeremy.
Question number 2. What song from the Top Gun soundtrack won Best Original Song at the Academy Awards?
Take my breath away.
Oh no!
Should we give him the lead here?
Dude.
The raw emotion.
No. Rocha's
Why you
playing
love
a
John
bit, I
Rocha?
This is
feel.
why the fans fall in love with John Rocha. 5.
Multiple choice.
All right. Hey, quiet down. Is it A, Danger Zone, B, Playing with the Boys, C, Take My Breath Away, or D, You've Lost That Lovin' Feeling?
Well, you've lost 11, not in the soundtrack, so no, it's Take My Breath Away. John.
Two choices.
There's only one correct one.
Yes.
5.
Take my breath away.
4.
That is correct.
Well done.
And now John Rocha has the lead.
He's getting in his own head, but he's maneuvering through it well.
I gotta say,
Yeah.
that's very controversial. Playing with the Boys should have won. It's a great song to play volleyball to.
Please.
It's Brad and I are going out there later.
Please, Cheap
Beach
Tricks
volleyball.
Mighty Wings. That's what should have won.
Thank
All right,
you, Rocha.
Your next question.
I actually agree with that statement.
Who plays Paul Davenport, Susan's ex-boyfriend, in the film Big?
John Hurd.
I'm gonna need multiple choice on that.
All right. Is it A, John Hurd, B, Robert Loggia?
Loja. God damn it.
Is it B, Robert Loggia, C, Josh Clark, or D, John Lovitz?
John Hurd.
That is correct.
All right.
Another point, and
Nicely done.
And he actually gets a point deducted for correcting me. But
it was Robert Loggia, to be fair.
I'm
Star
from
of
Texas.
Independence.
It's Logia
It's the
and it's fajitas.
same way. I think it's the same way in all 50
And
states of the
quesadillas.
Union. It is quesadillas in Texas. I'll give you
Absolutely.
that.
All right. Your
One
next
more
question.
You are showing off your whiteness in
What
spades.
actor starred as Officer Jack Ramsey in the 1984 sci-fi action film Runaway? It's a real official name. Jack
Also a,
Ramsey.
Bon Jovi song.
By the way, I did not expect these two competitors to squirm as much as I do throughout the second round.
3, 2.
Tom Selleck.
That is correct.
Wow!
I think you
Ooh,
did
wow!
that one.
Oh, what
I
a
think
pull!
he was fun.
Mike's getting pissed.
Either way,
Yeah, because the 9
that
points he
is-
has, he all
that's a
earned in his
monstrous
first round.
2 for John Rocha, even though the scoreboard's not going to reflect it. We were expecting some offensive fireworks. We're getting a defensive struggle so far, but I mean, I think for Mike Kalinowski to even still be in the match at this point is a credit to him. He only trails Rocha by 4 after spinning classics.
After
before
being
we
in
got
the
on
lead by
screen.
4.
Kalinowski not able to steal any of the 80s questions from Rocha, so it's 13-9, Brad. It's still anyone's match.
Oh, it's definitely still anyone's match. I mean, think about this. Mike Kalinowski going perfect in that round 1, getting that 9 points.
I
John
think
Rocha only
Kalinowski
having 5.
should have
I mean,
stuck
this
with
game
movie
is still close.
quotes.
It's still anyone's game.
And we move on to round
He's probably
3.
wishing
This
he
round
did.
will determine
But
the
his
match.
arrogance
Round
was
number
like,
3.
oh no, I
Each
can spin
competitor is
James
gonna
Bond,
give us a
and
series of numbers. These
wow.
numbers can range from 1 to 20.
Wow.
Each number you give us
that
corresponds
didn't quite work
to
for you,
a
did it,
different
Mike?
category of movie, trivia, Schmoedown, know-how. We need 3 numbers.
That's
from
the gamble
each
you take.
competitor. Your first question you hear is worth 2 points. Your next one, 3 points. The last one, should we make it that far, is
Yeah,
worth
it's
5
like me trying to
big
submit Mel
points.
Brooks as a strength
There is
and
no
not
penalty for
expecting
missing a question
any
in
of the
round 3.
movies that
There
I
is no
haven't
stealing
seen
in
by
round
Mel
number
Brooks.
3.
Michael Campbell.
So Mike is trailing John
By the
Rocha
way, I was right. A
Outlaw
good majority of this video so far has been gamesmanship, hence why it's so long.
from 1 to 20.
Yeah. Especially with Rocha being all bullshit about repeating a question and repeating options that were not there.
Evens what gets better, so if I lose, that's so be it. 4, 6, and 8.
4,
Okay.
6, and 8. All right.
Yay, numbers.
Mike, you have a lot of double-digit numbers to choose from should you want that option.
I'll go 2, 12, and 14.
2, 12, and 14. All right. Mike.
So 2, 4, 6, and 8 have been chosen. All evens.
Who do we appreciate?
And you selected what category, Brad?
You selected 90s movies. All right, you ready for your first question, Mike?
Let's go for it.
What actress famously plays the first victim in
Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore.
Mm-hmm.
Drew Barrymore.
That's correct.
Okay.
All right. Wow. He's off and rolling in
Still
round
in this.
3. He has cut
If
the
he gets the
lead
3-pointer, he sends it over to Rocha.
just 2 points, and now he can take the lead if he gets this 3-point question right. What's the category, Brad?
All right, you selected number 12. That corresponds to the category of comedy. Nobody.
They only do it in round
It
1.
doesn't work for me.
They only do it in
Okay, I'm
round 1.
sorry. I wanted to see if I could get it, but anyway.
God.
Your question. Who plays Jason Bateman's
Rachel
wife
McAdams.
in 2018's Game Night?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. A true babe of my childhood, if ever there was one.
Rachel McAdams.
That's correct.
Regina George.
3 points. Wow.
Oh,
Mike
not even for that
Kalinowski
movie.
back on top for the moment.
Wedding Crashers.
And John Rocha
Okay.
is now stepping up to the mic. There will be no.
Wait, that is a movie with Will Ferrell in it.
You trail by 1.
In
and
a
now
small role,
your
and he's
2-point
actually
question
funny.
In round number 3,
Huh.
you selected number
Literally,
4.
he's in 1.5
Response
scenes.
to romance.
No, I know.
And your question. Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler star in what 1980 set romantic comedy?
The Wedding Singer.
John Rocha's back
An actually
in the
good
lead.
movie.
Okay, so
And
Mike needs to hit the 5-pointer,
Brad, we
and if
have
he
a
does,
five
Rocha
at
also
that
needs to
moment
hit it, regardless
in
if he
the
hits the
match
3.
from Mike Kalinowski. If he gets it right, he's going to force the hand to John Rocha. If Mike Kalinowski
That's how
gets it,
math works.
John the Outlaw Rocha will
Ain't a
advance
wonderful
to
thing.
round number 3.
All right,
Mm-hmm.
Mike, you picked the number 14, which corresponds to the category of dramas. And your question. Who plays Michael Fassbender's intruding sister, Sissy, in 2011's Shame?
I don't even remember a trailer for this movie.
Imogen Poots? I think.
I think he's playing up.
Repeat the question.
No, he doesn't know it.
Who plays Michael Fassbender's intruding sister, Sissy, in 2011's Shame? Still have 2 more of those repeats, and the tension's in the room.
30 more seconds.
Either he knows it or he doesn't.
5, 4.
Repeat the question.
Who plays Michael Fassbender's intruding sister, Sissy, in 2011's Shame?
I don't know. Is it Rachel Weisz?
And your winner, John
Wow.
Rocha!
Wow.
Carrie
Yeah.
Mulligan.
Carrie Mulligan.
Carrie
was the-
Mulligan.
was the
Carrie
answer.
Mulligan was the answer.
Well, I mean, it all came
Carrie
down to that-
Mulligan.
it all came down to that round number 2.
Hard fought
Came
match.
Down to that round number 2, a tough
Yes.
spin by Mike. Rocha got what ended up being a fortunate spin. Remember, he was deliberating with his manager about whether should I keep 80s, should I respin again. They settled on 80s. It ended up paying off for him, and it was enough to get Rocha to round number 3. From here, the Outlaw could really see momentum in his favor.
I mean, absolutely. Overcoming that 4-point deficit after round 1 is just incredible, and that's why John Rocha continues to be one of the greatest who's ever played this game.
It's one of those things, too, where it's, I mean, look, you're looking at Kalinowski, and we talked about the hot streak that he had been on going into
Has
this
anyone
match.
made it
What
to
does it do
14
for
wins
John Rocha? Look, he's
before
been through
today?
So many seasons. He's seen great players come and go.
Nope.
He's still hanging around to beat a hot
Wow.
like Kalinowski. What kind of a boon is that going to be for his
Oh,
confidence?
it gives him a phenomenal.
Some people haven't
boost
even
in
gotten to
confidence. You gotta
14
think about this.
games.
Now he is that much closer to getting back
Very true there.
Kalinowski being one of them.
Three-time champion in this league, and now he's that much closer.
Like this was only his 13th.
And so let's look at the other side of the ledger. Mike Kalinowski, unfortunately today in the losing column. Does this shake his confidence? So, I mean, look, he's still Mike Kalinowski. He earned those championships for a reason. Do you think that this does anything to set him back?
I mean, obviously it sets him back. I mean, the Mikey 3 belts hashtag is now looking a little bit dimmer, but I think that someone with the confidence and the ability of Mike Kalinowski, especially this year, he's still. I think he's still.
I mean, at least for this season, he can no longer conquer that feat.
No. So I think that this doesn't hurt him too much. You're going to lose. I mean, eventually you're going to lose. That streak's going to run out. That luck's going to run out. And today was Mike's day.
All right. Well, we're going to have an interview with the winner and the loser coming right up. Jen Sturger, take it away.
Thanks so much, guys. Mike, after, God, what it seems like months of spinning James Bond, you finally landed on something that wasn't James Bond.
Well, they'll shut people up finally. So, you know, stuff happens. It's, you know, it's luck. It's the wheel, and that's what's part of it. People don't want to take the wheel off, or they want to, you know, whatever they want to do. It takes. You can only use a certain slice a couple times in a row. It's luck, you know, to get things in a row, and it didn't go my way this way. You know, classics. That's his strength. That's the game. You know, I cannot fault that. So.
If John Rocha doesn't get those steals, though, could we be looking at a different game?
You never know. I mean, a perfect first round, the second round, it's anyone's game at that point. You know, right? Against Janine, it showed that as well. So it didn't go my favor this way, and that's why I love this game. That's why I keep going back, and you never give up. You keep going to the end. And I'm glad Rocha showed up. He showed up, and I said that in my pre-interview. I wanted the Outlaw of 2017, and that guy showed up to play. So I can't, you know, fault what I did out there. It's just another loss. We just move on from there.
This obviously puts a cap on the whole Mikey 3 belts thing for this season anyway.
Well, there's a lot of pressure. You know, 2 belts is a lot to carry as their own. Third, where am I going to put it?
I mean,
come on.
I think you must be working out a lot of shoulders.
Well, I mean,
where do you put a belt?
You know, I just came out of some surgery. I've got these 2 belts, a third one. It's a bit much right now. So, you know, I got these right here. Nice and happy.
So the question is, does this affect anything in your mentality going into October 19th in Orlando?
It doesn't change a damn thing. There's nothing has changed. I've played those games before, beat them before, but this time I've got a chance. I've got the golden child with me. It's like, you know, it's like, okay, fine, we'll play it again. You know, we see how I do live. That's my element. That's what I do. Every time it's like, oh, we need to do a live stream. Well, let's put Kalinowski's match up there. They know what I do in these matches. I bring the fans. They love it. I bring it myself there. That's where I shine. So this belt's not going anywhere.
And Ken, how are you guys going to regroup before October 19th?
Well, Jennifer, let me tell you something here. We've been here before in terms of losses, and we'll be here again. That's just the nature of the game, like Mike says. He's going to lose some sleep. He'll go have a beer at Coral Cafe and get back on it. That's what we do. You know, and we didn't underestimate John, but if you follow him on Instagram, he's out flying kites with his lady love. He's going to Australia. He's going to London. I didn't know if he still had the fire, quite frankly. I didn't know if he had the fire. He did, and that means October 19th is going to be a lot of fun. But you know what? I've been on the road with Dan Murrell. You know, when Dan goes to towns, he likes to go see movie locations and go to the gift shops. He doesn't like. I'm not sure if he likes to compete. And John's going to be like, "Where's another place to fly a kite?" I don't know. We already have Chance hitchhiking to Orlando to get ready. Chance is already going to be there at our Motel 6, getting our omelet breakfast and getting ready for this. And when Mike shows up, it's going to be prime time. We're going to win.
Prime time? That's
prime
not
time.
good.
Wait a minute.
Right, Mike, see you in Orlando. Back to you guys.
All right, well, Brad, I think our question was answered. Is Mike Kalinowski going to be losing confidence after this match? The answer is no.
Is it weird that I think that he gained confidence?
Yeah.
He seems more confident now.
He's so pumped for this live event now. And look, he backs his words up because he is great when the white-hot spotlight of a live event is under him. So how is that going to play out in Orlando? That remains to be seen. But as of right now, the winner here today, and I think somebody who definitely did get a confidence boost, is going to be John. And maybe that carries over to the rest of his faction, the Horsemen. Jen, do you have some horse folk over there?
Horse people.
I think all of the horse folk are here.
Riley's still missing.
Everybody's beatable. We proved that today. Without Roland Bond, he's a mere mortal. That's what happened.
That was deep. Thanks. John, congratulations on a fantastic win. That was the first time that you and Mike have faced each other in singles. How'd that feel?
It was great. Look, I've been friends with Mike for a very long time, and I've seen his rise this year, and I've been, honestly, a little jealous because I remember being 2016, being the flavor of the year of this league, and everybody getting behind you. And so I was watching him accruing belts, and I was like, okay, I got to study in a way I've never studied before. I know I say that, But that should be a compliment to anybody I play when I say that to them afterwards. There were a lot of people that helped me get ready for this match because I didn't take Kalinowski lightly at all. I spent 6 weeks studying for this match. I spent 2 days in London, not sightseeing, not flying a fucking kite. I was studying, Ken. That's what I do. When you dial the outlaw in, he comes to play. And I came to play today, down in the first round, fighting back during that second round, and took care of business in that third round. Sorry, John. That's what I do. All right? You show me the young bucks, they're all sweet and nice, but the veterans still got fire. The old lions, they can still do it. Yeah, maybe we can't drive to the rim, but we're popping trays, and guess what? 3 points means more than 2 points, and that wins the game. And I took care of business. Look, Kalinowski, I said, as soon as he didn't spin Bond, we'll see what he's really got. And he couldn't get the job done. Now, I got lucky on a couple of guesses, not gonna lie about that. But that's the game. Just like Kalinowski said, that's the game. All respect to him. He played a great match. It was fun to play him. I'm sure we're gonna meet each other again in the singles next year at some point. But October 19th is my focus now. See, what happens is this. Teams is not singles. You don't beat me when you beat me in teams. When you look me eye to eye, face to face, that's when you know if you can beat me or not. And Kalinowski couldn't do it. And Chance, you're lucky I ain't playing you next. I'd have smoked your ass too. So here's the deal. October 19th, Dan and I are ready. He's the greatest of all time for a reason.
Is he though?
1A right behind him. And that's the way it is. And that's the way it is. So the Outlaw and the GOAT, we're ready. Chance, I might hit you while you're hitchhiking. I apologize. But I'm going to be there. You're still going to make it, son. So I'm waiting. Now I'm ready. Now you got to take us seriously. Say all the things you got to say, but now you got to take us seriously. Because the Horsemen, you can make all your jokes all you want. But what we do is win matches and win titles. And the reason you guys get so much joy when we lose is because you know we're formidable competitors and we come to play. You woke me up. There's a great line in a great documentary, When We Were Kings. The African guy, he's talking about Muhammad Ali, and he says, you can do whatever you want around a sleeping elephant. And he means Muhammad Ali. But once he wakes up, he tramples everything he sees. Kalinowski, I just trampled you. And whoever I got next, I'm going to trample you too. But in Orlando, corruption, I'm going to shut down your little one-act black box theater that you guys perform in, judging by the way you wear your clothes. And I'm going to cancel that play once and for all. Dan and I are going to take them belts off you and shut down that show. You're going to have to find a new stage manager, son.
We're back.
If they haven't cut away to the news yet, if I can just say two things. Number one, I heard Mike's interview, and I do respect his live resume, but I would like just to point out that I've been in 3 live events this year, and I walked away with a free-for-all victory, a singles belt, and a KO with my friend John Rocha here. So I'll put my live event resume up against Mike's. And number two, I just want to reiterate that Olympus Has Fallen is objectively the superior.
Yes.
Watch the White House down, did it? I do want to say one last thing. I'm sorry, Jen. I know I said 30 minutes. I want to thank this man right here. Ben Bateman got me back to where I need to be with Dan's help, with Tom's help, with this man right here, showing up at Collider, talking to me, getting me in the right mindset, helping me get ready for this match. You know what? This man is a horseman, and I'm proud to be by his side as much as I am proud to be by Dan and Tom's side and Riley's side.
That's
Every single time.
That's how you know they're
I
breaking
have
up
to
at
ask you before I
Spectacular.
let you go, as if this interview hasn't run long enough. You're going to be facing either Irwin or Bibiani. Do you have a preference?
I've already beaten Bibbs, but I want Irwin. See, I know that guy's got fire. You know, behind those thick glasses of his, he's really focused and driven, and he's mad that he lost the belt to Dan in a live event because he got cocky and took Dan's numbers. That's what happens. You fuck with the game messes with you back. So, Irwin, I love you to pieces. I respect your work. But there's no mystery to solve here, Sherlock. We're going to go toe-to-toe if we go to toe, and I'll beat you. That's for damn sure. But it'd be fun to play Bibbs again. He still thinks he beat me in that triple threat match. I don't think you did.
He did.
Definitely did.
Back to the desk.
John Rocha, calm, cool, collected, and brief as ever.
my
I'm
God.
getting word in my ear that John Rocha has just broken the record for longest acceptance speech previously held by Mark Yodi Riley at the Schmoedown Awards 2 years ago. That was impressive
something.
that he had the energy to do that after what? Let's not,
I told you this match would be primarily theatrics.
And the old John Rocha Rocha seems to have woken up.
Yeah, I mean, definitely he's not emotional at all, and he's not feeling any emotion after that victory whatsoever. And he knew exactly what he wanted to say, and he did it in bullet points. It sounds
I'm
like.
scared
But
now
to
what
be
Chris
honest,
is
I mean,
going to
this
do with
isn't-
that microphone.
It's Logia, and to be honest with you, John Rocha, this was an impressive victory. This is one I think
2
his
minutes
most
left.
impressive this year. I mean, the guy has tried to fight back to get back that championship, and now he's got his sights set on it.
It's going to be fun to see them duke it out in Orlando. You guys can get tickets right now at theschmoedownlive.com for that, and the Schmoedown Spectacular in downtown Los Angeles, December 7th. I want to give a big thank you to Brad Gilmore. Congratulations on all of your various professional forays. Where can all the kids out there follow you on the social media to keep up with your stuff?
Follow me on all social media at Brad Gilmore. I keep it really easy. It's
Hey,
real sweet.
real
And I kept it real
easy?
brief.
Oh, and by the way,
Took notes from Rocha.
he hosts the Schmoedown Rundown, a brief show where
Nico,
you get
take
information in a
notes.
concise manner by yourself, amongst others. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mark David Carrotellis. Thank you for
On
tuning in.
what?
We'll see you real soon on the movie.
Not
Trivia.
to
Schmoedown.
your plug short. Oh boy, here we go.
It's kind of
Even.
an undefinable sense. There's literally nothing in here. Big time! Oh, hey, man. Cheers. Yeah, what do you got there?
Let me tell you something, pal.
Kaiser.
I think that you are one of the greatest. That's all you get. I think you are one of the greatest competitors who've ever stepped into this sport.
Thank you.
I mean, you're impressive to watch.
I appreciate it.
And your knowledge is just like a well. And it's going to be great when the dungeon drafts you because, let's face it, me and Jay, we've had our differences. Anything I can do to kind of, cut him down at the knees, maybe take his guys. I think you, me, Primetime Smets, we'd love to have you. Zipper, you'd be a great addition. So cheers.
Here's the thing. And by the way, I totally appreciate this. Super, super love what you guys are doing. But Jay's my guy. And I gotta tell you something else. When I am team champion and singles champion, when I take down Oyama, I don't think I'm going to need you guys. And I guess, moreover, I'm not interested. But I really appreciate it. Class act. See you around. Thanks for the beer.
The kid is an elitist punk. I'm going to beat his ass, and then I'm going to draft him.
Okay,
Kaiser's trying. Kaiser's trying. We got to give him credit for trying to build up the dungeon to the best possible stable he can make it for 2020.
Chris, go.
You know what? I was gonna, but I actually, I'd be shooting my load off right now if I did. So I'm just gonna hold my mic, like a trained professional singer or whatever, and I'm just gonna say this to everybody who is still saying that, oh well, Rocha will never be good again. He's run out of juice. He'll never be as good as he ever was. Okay, people, are you watching these matches? Did you watch his match against Silvestrini? Did you watch this match? Yes, he choked he choked so hard in that triple threat. He choked against Snyder. Yes. But, there's a reason he still has the very, very good possibility of winning this tournament. If he gets past Irwin, I think he can do it.
Or Bibbs.
But, again, this is the fanboy me coming out. Because, look, let's be real here. Mike spins literally anything but classics. I could be singing a completely different tune. Because 3 of those points came from steals that Rocha got. And overall, those steals are what made the match just a tad bit more on the even side. At least for Rocha. And while, yes, of course, I am beyond ecstatic to see the death of Mikey Three Belts at least for this season, I can't help but wonder, how would the tournament play out if he had won this match? Because I don't think he would have had. I don't think he would have had a shot getting to the finals, but
maybe. Look, you say something about the Rocha of old. The Rocha of old didn't struggle against Silvestrini and Kalinowski. the Rocha of old took care of business against Harloff, Riley in their prime back in the day. That's the Rocha of old. So the Rocha of old that you're telling me about, I didn't see him today. And frankly, I don't think we'll see him again because the league has changed vastly since then. And Rocha is just, he's still good, but he is not going to get to the top level again, I feel. That's why I have him lose the next match against Bibiani. Also, miraculously, this side of the bracket I predicted completely right so far. That might be very different come Friday, but we'll see about that. But yeah, look, Rocha had a little bit of luck this match, which really helped him because, as you say, Kalinowski spun literally any other category. This would have been a very different match. But you know, that's sometimes how it goes. Nico, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts are, so Roy Jones Jr. was able to box until he was 47. And the reason why he was able to do that is because he kept recognizing where he was struggling as he got older. He kept making adjustments in his own style to deal with the whether his opponents were younger or faster or something in between. He kept altering his style to fit his body, his abilities as he aged. And that's how you survive in sports as you get up there in age. And this is a sport. This is a sport. And Rocha, he's one of the elder statesmen of the Schmoedown. And as he gets older and as he takes on more work, it's harder for him to organize his brain. But he's upped his studying game to help make up for that. And that's why he was able to pull those multiple choice answers. He struggled a bit, but he was able to still pull them, which I think other competitors might have struggled to pull them just because of the pressure. But Rocha pushes himself a lot. And so he's proven that he might not be the Rocha of old, but at least this version of Rocha can still hang. And I think fans of the Schmoedown will celebrate that more than frown upon it. Because Rocha still does have a lot of fans. He still does have a lot of supporters from what he's been able to do throughout his career. And now he's proving that he can still do them. And not just in terms of the tournament, but in terms of Orlando. Something was mentioned in that post-match interview. And that's that Dan and Rocha have both been undefeated in live events. And while corruption is undefeated against the Founding Fathers, just something about being under that live spotlight. It's been hit or miss for Chance and Mike. But for Rocha and for Dan, it's played really well for them. And I feel like we might see an upset in Orlando.
I believe Mike has won every single live event he was in, except for the title match against Cushing, which went to sudden death. Just saying.
But still, that's a loss. And Chance also lost to Bibiani on a throwdown too. So again, if we're counting throwdowns and live events together, Dan and Rocha have the better record. There's something about that live audience that just drives them to do better. And I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a changing of the guard in terms of those tests.
We forget the free-for-all.
Yeah, of course. No, look, it's the fact of the matter is both teams seem to be good with live events. Maybe they haven't won everything, but they seem to be good. Mike has said he has won belts in live events. Dan has done the same. So in that regard, I think they're pretty equal. I think the live event is not going to affect them that much, like it did, for example, a Snyder and Oyama. And that's why, like, you can say what you want about a live event, but we won't find out until a few weeks from now. And I think that's just what we have to do. Just wait until what happens in a few weeks, because until then, guys, what are your thoughts on anything coming up, especially now that live event Corruption versus Founding Fathers? Do you think the Founding Fathers will finally turn it around, or will Corruption still walk away with the win? Let us know in the comments below. Of course, leave a like, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. And Chris, where can people find you?
guys can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Stardust, Letterboxd, and Discord at Skywalker Doman. You guys can follow this very channel on Twitter and Instagram at D2A Channel. Please like our Facebook page and join our Facebook group to keep up with everything that we're doing. Apparently, I'm trying to be voted in as Vice President of the Cool Guy Presents, so that's something. And also, this Friday on the Who Cares Anyway podcast, we will be joined by the team formerly known as Critically Acclaimed. I'm talking about Misters William Bibiani and Whitney Seibold. Look forward to that, guys, as we dive into some beautiful horror conversations with those two. It'll be a delight.
It should definitely be. Nico, where can people find you? And please keep it short.
Facebook, Twitter, YouTube at Nico Suave Ergoli, or just Nico Suave with 4 random meaningless numbers at the end on Discord, Instagram, Snapchat, LinkedIn, coming soon, hashtag Give Nico a Job. Combat Wrestling Trivia on Facebook, Combat Wrestling Network on YouTube. The poorly made Twitter handle is at Combat Wrestling, the number 2. There is no letter G. I am the TMG Entertainment Choke Slam Debate Champion. Let it be known. And right here on Dedicated to Art and all the places Chris just said, Case will say, and hashtag Trivia for Thon 2. I've been told to keep my plugs short, but there's a lot going on in regards to that as we get closer to January.
Follow me at Dutch Movie Guy on Twitter. Case Cornelius on Facebook and Letterboxd. Star Wars Resistance is back. Star Wars Resistance episode 1 of season 2. Our review should be up by this point. Yeah, it is up by this point on our channel. So check it out because the new season has started. We're very excited, of course. And with that said, until our next video, like Bibbs versus Irwin, take care.
Yeah.